Hey everyone, welcome to Area 616. Well, last week during the Guardians of the Galaxy week, Marvel released a ton of new information about the upcoming Inhumans TV series on ABC. So I decided today to go over everything we know about the Inhumans at this time. As always, this will be in 3 parts. Part 1, Who. This is who's making it and who's in it, along with their actors. Part 2, What, which is what we know about the story, footage we've seen and stuff like that. And Part 3, When, which is when it's coming out, when it's set, and when we'll be getting a trailer for it. But with that established, let's get started. The series showrunner is Scott Buck, who's most known for serving as the showrunner on Season 1 of Iron Fist on Netflix, which ended up with mixed reviews, so it'll be interesting to see if this ends up being as panned by critics as Iron Fist was. We only have one writer as of right now, Joe Robert Cole, who's also working on the upcoming Black Panther film, but we do know that Dutch director Roel Reen will be directing the first 2 episodes of Season 1. He's mostly directed straight to DVD stuff like Death Race 2. The cinematographer is Jeff Jur, who's worked on HBO's Westworld and Dirty Dancing. Now, as for the cast, the entire royal family and a couple of extra characters have been cast. I'll go over them here. For royal family, we have Anson Mount as Black Bolt, Serinda Swan as Medusa, Ewan Rand as Maximus, Isabel Cornish as Crystal, Ken Leung as Karnak, Imwe Ikwalker as Gorgon, Mike Moe as Triton. We also have Lofton Shaw being cast as the young Black Bolt, and it's also worth mentioning that Lockjaw, the Inhumans' 2,000-pound teleporting dog, will be in this, but he doesn't talk, so there's no voice actor for him. Michael Bowie and Tanya Clark have been cast as King Agon and Queen Rinda, the king and queen of the Inhumans before Black Bolt and Medusa came along. Then we have Sonia Balmores as Aaron, the head of the Inhuman Royal Guard, and Ellen Waglom as an unconfirmed character who's said to be created for the show. It's likely she'll be someone who helps the royal family out when they become stranded on Earth. Speaking of which, the official synopsis for Marvel's The Inhumans is as follows. After the royal family of Inhumans is splintered by a military coup, they barely escape to Hawaii, where their surprising interactions with the lush world and humanity around them may prove to not only save them, but Earth itself. So yeah, it seems a large part of Season 1 will follow members of the royal family. I'm guessing Black Bolt, Medusa, Karnak, Gorgon, Crystal, and maybe Lockjaw, stranded on Earth trying to find each other and a way back to Attilan. Based on the very short teaser that was released that I'll get more into in just a second, it seems like Attilan is definitely on the moon, which is really exciting as that's a place that's never really been explored in the MCU as of yet. Although it does make me curious. Clearly, the reason the Inhumans are stranded on Earth is to cut the budget down. So I wonder what they'll do in Season 2 and 3, if they get one. I mean, they can't just keep getting stranded on Earth in every season. One of them would have to take place mostly, if not entirely, on Attilan, right? In any event, I'll play the teaser here for you real quick, and then we'll talk about it.
Are we supposed to follow our king and remain as silent as he is?
You're talking about betraying your brother. You're talking about treason.
What I'm talking about is freedom. Freedom for all Inhumans.
So in it, we hear 2 voices, one's a guy and one's a gal. The guy is obviously Maximus, and Black Bolt is clearly the brother they're talking about. That is really interesting, as it seems it will be Maximus who orchestrates this coup. He's always been a villain in the comics, but Scott Buck says that he'll be different here, a bit more sympathetic. So it'll be interesting to see that. As far as the other voice, I'm not 100% sure, but it kinda sounds like Serinda Swan to me, so I'm pretty sure he's talking to Medusa. I'm very curious to see if we'll get any other villains alongside him, because I do doubt he could splinter the royal family on his own, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. There's no real word on when exactly Inhumans is set, but if I had to guess, I'd say it takes place in real time, so around fall 2017. But I could be wrong, Marvel has changed up the timeline before. As for when this is coming out, well, technically it has 2 premieres. See, this is the first TV show in history to be shot with IMAX cameras. So the first 2 episodes will actually premiere exclusively in IMAX theaters on September 1st, and will play there for 2 weeks, before the show premieres on ABC on September 26th, and runs for 8 episodes until November 14th. The theater version won't actually have the full episodes, technically, as it said there will be a couple of things that will only be in it when it goes on ABC. As for trailers, as I stated earlier, we have a very, very brief teaser. However, if I were to bet, I'd say we'll get our first trailer at the San Diego Comic-Con this year, which Marvel has confirmed they're going to. However, I will say you should probably take that with a grain of salt, just because I've recently proven to be very bad at guessing when trailers come out. For example, thinking the Defenders trailer would come out in July, and it comes out in May. But I do think that is a likely date, as that would give them enough time to film a couple of episodes and complete some of the special effects on them. In any event, that's pretty much everything we know about the Inhumans as of right now. But what do you guys think? Do you think this is going to be any good? Let me know all your thoughts and theories in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.
It's not time to make a change. Just relax, take it easy. You're still young, that's your fault. There's so much you have to know.